Patch 13.3 finally hit, and with it, big changes to the augment system as you'll now have 4 extra rerolls whenever you see hero augments. This change is going to make it so much easier to hit the hero augment you're looking for, which is why our list today will be filled with early game carries like in the first comp of the patch, Re-Renegades. In this comp, you'll play Sylas, Talon and Viego as your Renegades core, and Misfortune, Echo, Alistair, Aphelios and Nasus alongside them. As this is a slow roll comp around the 1-cost units Sylas and Talon, you'll first of all want to go on a full lose streak to get your economy going right from the start. If you see hero augments at the very first PvP stage 2-1, make sure you use up as many rerolls as you can if it means you can hit any Sylas or Talon hero augments. Continuing with augments, any ones that will help you hit your 3 stars faster such as Trade Sector are instant picks. And it's safe to say that both carry augments of your 1-cost 3 stars are by far the best ones you can get your hands on. Specifically Sylas' Kingslayer, which will turn him into a hybrid tank who can deal insane amounts of damage, as long as you get those items right. The reason for this is because his damage is dependent on his max health, which is why you always want a Warmog's armor on him. Then you can go for those traditional tank items like Sunfire Cape and Dragon's Claw. Your second 3-star 1-cost and carry is Talon, and for him you want to go for strong utility items like Hextech Gunblade, Ionic Spark and Titan's Resolve. And then finally, all remaining items should go on either Viego or Misfortune, since they'll be the damage you miss in the late game. Comp number 2 on our list is a comp that you're seeing in almost every single lobby now. Full Recon is a team with the critting backliners Kai'Sa, Vayne, Ezreal and Ashe, and then strong threat frontliners with Zac, Cho'Gath and Rammus. The most important part of this comp is how you play the mid game, which is why you'll typically find yourself hyper-rolling your gold at level 6 to play all 4 Recons and Rammus and Cho'Gath in the front before you save up gold again and go to level 7. Kai'Sa is your main hybrid carry and she wants damage, utility and healing, so throw items like Hextech Gunblade, Static Shiv and then a general damage items like Giant Slayer on her. If you face a lot of Echoes or even a Mecha Prime set in the enemy frontline, you could also go for a Guard Breaker, although it is picked way less than Giant Slayer on Kai'Sa. Your other 2 most important 3 costs are the threat duo Cho'Gath and Rammus. When itemizing these 2 frontliners, you want to send everything with magic resist towards Cho'Gath and everything with armor towards Rammus. So Dragon's Claw and Bramble Vest are ideal, but you can obviously just build general tank items like Warmog's armor on both of them. When it comes to augments, Kai'Sa's multi-shot or Ezreal support augment Raider Spoils are just excellent, as these augments will make your mid-game board a ton stronger than it already will be. Since we're also looking to 3-star our threats in the front line, the high roller augment should also always be an instant pickup. Moving on to comp number 3, which is a familiar comp that's probably even stronger than it was in the last patch. The Star Callers are here to add as much AP as your team can handle, with the heart units Soraka, Syndra, Sona and Yuumi, and their friends Echo, Alistair, LeBlanc and Annie. Unlike the others, this comp is a default leveling comp that wants you to hit level 7 at the end of stage 3, and then level 8 during or at the end of stage 4. There you'll have to roll to find a copy of Soraka and Echo at level 7 and then rolling all of your gold down at level 8 to find those upgrades. When it comes to itemization, you really want to have that blue buff on Soraka as soon as you can. This will make her use her ult as often as possible, whilst the heart trait will keep adding more AP for your entire team every single cast. Other than that, go for offensive AP items like Rabadon's Deathcap and Giant Slayer. For your frontline, Echo will be the guy that holds everything tanky. Ideally you can give him classic tank items like Dragon's Claw and Bramble Vest, and then something like a Warmog's Armor 3rd to make him survive for even longer. When it comes to augments, a Heart Emblem will turn this comp into an absolute AP nightmare for your enemies. That's because you'll want to throw the emblem onto Zoe and get rid of Annie in the front line. What this will do is add the Prankster dummies to your team, and the blue buff on Zoe will get those AP stacks even faster. But you shouldn't think twice if you see any Soraka hero augments or LeBlanc's mirror image support augment. If you do want to know which admin programs are best for our Star Callers, check out our free Set 8 overlay and bring this comp guide with you into your next game. Another trait that got reworked is Laser Corps, but Team Laser should still be a very viable comp in this patch. This has been in a top spot for the entirety of the last 2 patches, so you should know how it goes by now, with the agents Zed, Sejuani, Mordekaiser, Zoe, Echo, Senna, Yasuo and Renekton. Since you want to play Laser Corps throughout all stages of the game, you can use Ashe as an early item holder for Zed. Then level up at a regular pace and go to 7 at the start of stage 4 latest to hit a copy of Sejuani and Zed. With the rework, you can now also activate the second Laser Corps bonus at 5, and the third one at 7 Laser Corps agents, so if you see an early copy of Mordekaiser in your level 7 shop or in the carousel, go for it. For your items though, Zed is going to be your main priority. Edge of Night, Runar's Hurricane and the Last Whisper are definitely his best in-slot items. Sejuani is the main tank to go for in this comp, so you want to give her items like Redemption, Warmog's Armor and Dragon's Claw, which will help her stay alive as long as possible. Just like our Star Callers comp, the Pew Pew lasers will become strongest if you're able to get your hands on a Laser Corps emblem on Zoe. That means a Laser Corp's Heart, Crest or Crown are all instant picks, but if you don't get these, continue using Ashe as your 7th agent. As for hero augments, take any Zed augment or Yasuo's Spirit of the Exile support augment. Our last top comp to play in this patch is bringing back supers. We've seen supers with mascots, with Mecha Prime and even with Laser Corps, but this time you'll play the supers trio Gangplank, Malphite and Lee Sin alongside the Heart and Star Guardians Nilah, Yuumi, Rel, Soraka and Sona. Now, playing a supers comp is fairly straightforward. You want to lose streak early to get your economy going and then slow roll each turn above 50 gold to 3-star as many of those units as you can. Your main carries in this variation are your Star Guardians. Now here you want to first prioritize getting Nilah's item build up and ready, with something like Titan's Resolve, Redemption and Onyx Spark. Your second most important Star Guardian is Yuumi. As she has a pretty low mana pool, blue buff should be your first thought. Then go for some healing and damage in Hextech Gunblade and Giant Slayer. As for your last Star Guardian, Rel, you can treat her as your utility unit with items like Sunfire Cape, ZZ Rock Portal or a Thief's Gloves if you do have a couple of gloves left over. When it comes to augments, Rel's support hero augment has by far the best average placement in comparison to all of your other Star Guardians. But any form of Battle Mage will boost the toughness and strength of this comp by a ton. That's going to wrap up our top 5 comps you have to play from our Challenger experts in patch 13.3. If you did find this video helpful, please subscribe to our channel and stay ahead of the meta. Take care.